Numismatics. Last week I asked everyone to send me some coins, whether on eBay or another online marketplace, for me to look through to see if these would be nice enough to crack and resubmit, or maybe a gold CAC. So I got 14 entries. I'm going to be doing 10. These are going to include Buffalo Nickels, Mercury Dimes, Walking Liberty half dollars, Morgans, and Peace dollars. Stay tuned for a very, very nice Peace dollar. One of the best I've seen in a very long time. So first off is this 1913S Type 2 Buffalo Nickel. Now with 1913 Type 2s, they don't have nearly as nice of a strike as 1913 Type 1s. The fields are also different. Type 2s are more, just smooth, whereas Type 1s have the nice textured look to it. Now this is graded a 65. You can see there's quite a lot of chatter on the hair, but it looks like it has a lot of luster. Strike is decent enough. Reverse has a decent lower strike. It's a bit lacking right along the shoulder hump here, and a lot of distracting marks. So this looks like it has the luster and a good enough strike for a 6. However, I don't like that there's this much chatter across the coin, and it doesn't look like the strike or the luster can compensate for that enough. So this I'm going to leave at, I wouldn't crack this, and I would not send this in for a gold CAC. Although this is a pretty nice coin as is. So next, this already sold. So this is a 1937 Buffalo Nickel in my favorite holder, the NGC Fatty. This is a 5.0. You can see this particular coin has some nice pink toning on the right field. Another thing you'll notice is there's a lot less chatter than the previous 1913S. It does have some dye erosion going along the hair. You can see it's sort of like a bubbling look to it near the feathers and across the the back of the neck. That's all normal. I don't typically see it as a grade limiting factor except on 38Ds, which have really excessive dye erosion sometimes that just doesn't look right. This one has quite a weak strike. The braid in the lower bit of the hair is not fully formed, and the first thing I think of it is it's a bit flat. Luster looks great. Contact marks are close to none. Reverse looks like the same. The leg is starting to see those 3 lines. Shoulder is really weak, and the head is a bit weak. Overall, the entire reverse is pretty weak. Again, lots of luster, not a lot of contact marks. This is one that's unfortunately, to get to a 7, I'd like to see a lot better strike, especially on the reverse. And this doesn't cut it. It would be a really nice coin in 6 though. Like this is a really nice coin. $60 is a great deal. So next up is some Mercury Dimes. So this is a 28S in a 65 full band Rattler. First thing you should notice on the obverse is the overall color. So right away, just on the color, you know, we're talking less than like a 67 plus. So we're in between, you know, a 65 and a 67 on this. There is this stain, but I do not think that matters that much on this particular coin. Luster looks like it's all there. You can't find really any contact marks. You know, the coloration is a bit unsightly, to be honest. But, you know, this is probably just an artifact of the picture. But it looks really, really nice from the obverse. Reverse, we have nice rounded bands. About nearly, this is like straight in the middle, you know, the epitome of full bands, not cutting it too close, but not, you know, like a 39D type. Reverse looks a lot better color-wise. You can see just has that nice haze, and overall I'm really thinking this is more of a 6. You know, in the Rattler, this is something. See, even here you can see that the toning isn't that bad. This is probably something I wouldn't crack out just because of, you know, it being in a Rattler, but this is something that I do think is a 6. So this is a really nice coin. They are asking a bit much for it, in my opinion, because of the variety. But this is the sort of coin, you know, this is a 28S. This isn't your everyday Mercury diamond Rattler, and it's a really nice example. So next is a proof Mercury dime. You know, typically Rattlers have a lot of PVC, and proofs, silver proofs, to begin with, have a lot of milk spot problems and PVC problems, and you see that a lot, unfortunately, with especially Walking Liberty halves and Rattlers. They're just very unattractive and have overall damage. You're never going to be able to get this off of the coin, and that's what I see on this coin, unfortunately. You can see a bit of the colorful haze, but you can also see that this is gone pretty deep. It's overall a bit unsightly. There's not a strike issue you have to worry about, especially with proof Mercury dimes. And again, you can see, you know, other than the haze, this would probably be an excellent coin. Probably a high 6, low 7. But because of the haze, I don't think this would even CAC, unfortunately. Very nice coin overall. Next, you know, this is a high ball coin. Typically, you don't see Rattlers above a 65. There's still quite a lot of Walking Liberties in MS66 and Rattlers, although you don't see them. MS67 is pretty much impossible to find still in the holder. So first off, there is some spotting on the chest and above the hair next to E. I don't think that does that much to it. Another thing to take into consideration is the lighting. This lighting and this entire store that this person has kind of washes out the coin. They tend to look a bit better than they would in person just because the light is hiding some of the contact marks. Reverse, you know, Walking Liberty dollars are typically not known for having a lot of contact marks on the reverse. This is no exception. Very nice. You see a fingerprint there. So that right there keeps me from a 7, definitely. Don't want to see any fingerprints. And you can see from the leg up, there's a lot of chatter It looks like the fields, even with the lighting into consideration, they look pristine. So this is really coming down to this area right here between the arm and down to the foot. And I think that, especially with a fingerprint, this definitely would not upgrade. This would be a great coin to send to CAC though. And pretty rare as is. So next, this is a 46D Walking Liberty half, also in a Rattler. This one is only graded a 64 though. First thing is the lighting is much more natural here. You're getting a lot better look of what it would kind of look like in hand. First off is the discoloration, toning, however you want to put it. On this particular example, I think it's pretty ugly. Lots of dark spots, but nothing major. Reverse, some more of the black spots. So I'm leaning towards this would not CAC, even if it was, a really nice coin, just because of how bad the spots. Also, you can see lots of PVC on the reverse, so this definitely would not CAC. If you were to crack it, it may be fixable. It doesn't look that terribly deep, but this would be a pretty big gamble. But just the coin underneath, there's not a lot of chatter from the leg to the arm. The hand is a bit weak, especially for this 4060. This looks like a 42 or 43S. Fields look great, so this is a really nice coin. If it didn't have the spots and didn't have the PVC, this would be, an easy 5 CAC. But unfortunately, with those two things, it kind of kills the coin. So next, we're getting into the dollars. This is the majority. I had about 7, I think, entries. This is in a 4.0 fatty, my favorite holder. And first off, you can see this is a really nice San Francisco early Morgan dollar. You have lots of luster, a great strike, and overall just really eye-appealing. You can see some color beginning to tone around the rim. Reverse, same thing, really nice example. Just very, very nice, eye-appealing. And so obverse, you'll look to the right and you'll see just a few chatter marks. This looks like, a couple contact marks, nothing too major. The left side of the obverse, you can see in the field, there's quite a bit of chatter, a lot. Bit distracting. And on the cheek, it's not that terrible. So overall, I think, this has a great chance of upgrading. But it's all, if this is what it looks like, turning it around all the way. But if the lighting is hiding just a bit along the cheek, because this one, the cheek would really pull the coin forward. I think this would upgrade. Gold CAC might be a different question, just because those are a bit harder, rather. But this is a really, really nice example. I think 135 is pretty fair for this nice of a coin. So next up is another Morgan dollar. This one is an MS62. And you can see, first off, for San Francisco coins, this is not a very appealing coin. The luster isn't very deep. It's not that much of a proof-like coin as most of the 81 and 82S's are. You can also see the PVC really deep along the date and the stars around here. And a lot of contact marks. Some wisp, some chatter on both sides. And even though it's only an MS62, I really don't see this upgrading or even cacking, honestly. So if you're enjoying this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. It very much helps. And let me know if you enjoyed this video. This is a bit of an experiment, so hopefully everyone enjoys it. So we have an MS64 in an early Genie slab. These were the first A&A holders, the ones with the gold label on the back and the soapbox. First off, the luster looks great. The lighting is decent. So you're probably getting a very close to what it looks like in hand. So, you know, the left field looks stupendous, especially with peace dollars. You know, it's such a big coin, and not a lot of people held on to them other than 1921. This particular example is really nice, honestly. The cheek doesn't look very bad at all. On peace dollars and Morgan dollars, I mainly look at the reverse just to check if it matches. You know, if an MS63 Morgan or peace dollar had that as many hits as it did on the obverse as the reverse, that may change my opinion on the grade. But if it's like a normal coin and it's like a higher grade than the obverse, then, you know, nothing to really debate about. This one, I would like to see another angle of it towards the other side, with the left side towards us. But I think this would be a really nice coin to you know, keep as a 5. This is just a really nice example. Of course, we don't know what's hiding in the light. And you know, you can probably get it for a bit more money than a 4, maybe near a 5 in the holder as is. It's definitely not a $520 coin, but it's definitely nice. This is something I might crack if it wasn't in an annex soapbox. Now finally, for our nicest coin, this is a 1923 MS65 CAC, a Rattler peace dollar. First thing is, just because it only green CACs does not mean it's not an upgrade. You know, for a gold CAC, it really has to have some oomph. It has to have something that sets it apart even from coins a grade or 2 higher. And also, I know of a lot of times where, you know, I or a friend gets a green CAC back, cracks it out, and then it goes 2 grades higher. So first off, this coin has an excellent strike. Photos are a bit grainy, but lighting is pretty decent. There's some spots underneath the L right there, and the die break underneath In God We. So this is probably a VAM of some sort. I don't know VAMs off the top of my head at all. But cheek and fields look mark-free. It looks like it has great bull luster. Like this is what you see on, you know, like Daniel Carr restrikes, or even the 2021 peace dollars. You know, that kind of really big lustrous look where the rims look higher and the you know, center of the face looks lower. Let's say like it's convex. Reverse looks like it has like a light gray toning, but that may just be the lighting. That's really what I like to see on coins that I want to upgrade for silver for whatever reason on Mercury dimes and peace dollars. I like the light gray sheen, I guess. But it kind of matches the obverse. This is just a really nice coin. This is something, honestly, I'll probably bid on. You know, this is kind of a gamble just because of how grainy the picture looks, but this is a really, really nice coin. And obviously from the bids, people think it's a lot better than a 5. So that's all for the video. Again, thank you for watching. Please consider subscribing, sharing, or commenting. And which one was your favorite? Some very nice coins. This is my favorite of the batch. The 37 Buffalo comes in second. And thank you for watching.